Howdy, folks. I'm Steve. I'm your host for the Injured Worker Show, Episode 1, Life Under the Pandemic. Welcome to the show, good buddies. Today, let's take a listen to Peter Patter.
Hi there, I'm Peter Patter, and I'm an injured worker. 2 years ago, the WSIB deemed me as an electronic assembly worker. It's a pretend job. Nobody hired me because of my injury, but WSIB pretended I had a job and cut my benefits because I had pretend wages. Now I'm living in poverty. Now that is really, really real.
Breaking news on the economic meltdown, electronics factories have shut down and electronic assembly workers lose their jobs.
Holy cow! But wait just a gall-darned minute. This could be good news for injured worker Peter Patter. He has just lost his pretend job. Could his benefits be restored?
I just heard that, Steve. I'll call the WSIB right away.
Good morning, bonjour, Workplace Safety and Insurance Board. Pour le français, appuyez sur le 2. Due to the pandemic, we are short-staffed and experiencing unusually high call volume. Please hold.
Yes, I'll hold.
Please hold. Please hold.
Yes, I'll hold.
Please hold.
Holy, how long do I have to hold?
Please hold. Please hold.
Good afternoon, WSIB. You're speaking with the Director of Policy.
Wow, the big cheese. And you're answering the phones?
Yes, I'm afraid so. This is an emergency. How can I help?
Well, I'm Peter Patter, injured worker, deemed a full-time electronic assembler. And now with this pandemic, there are no jobs. There's not even pretend jobs.
I know. These are tough times for everyone, Mr. Patter. I'm working from home.
No, it's mine, Mommy. It's mine. Give it to me.
Just a minute.
Don't put me on hold.
Okay. I'll just mute myself. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Electronic factories are shut down. This pandemic crisis for sure has shut down any chance of me getting that job, so now it's indisputable. No more deeming, no more pretend jobs. It's time for you to restore my full compensation.
I wish we could, Mr. Patter. Losing a job you did not even have is very rough. But we are bound by the law, and unfortunately, this pandemic does not relate to your injury.
I know the law. The law says in order to pretend I have a job, to deem me, the job must be available. And now, it's not. Indisputably not.
Oh, Mr. Patter, be very careful what you wish for. There's a downside risk. With your advocacy skill, you can end up deemed a lawyer still working full-time from home.
More breaking news. The Premier announces that he stands shoulder to shoulder with the Prime Minister of Canada to help all Ontarians left stranded in poverty by the pandemic.
Holy macaroni! More good news for Peter Patter. The feds have just broadened access to employment insurance. So why not apply there? After all, your pretend job is now genuine casualty of the pandemic. It's indisputable, good buddy.
You're right. I'll call EI.
Good morning. Employment insurance extended for Canadians.
Wow, that was fast.
My name's Jody, and I am your server for today. How may I help?
My server. That's cute.
Yeah, the bar I work in, it's closed, but they've hired lots of us unemployed hospitality workers to answer the extra calls from home. Like I say, I'm Jody. What can I get for you?
Hi, Jody. I'm Peter Patter, an injured worker deemed to be employed for the past 5 years as an electronic assembly worker. The factories have all closed down due to the pandemic and...
Hang on, Peter. Hold it right there. Let me look into your file. Where were you working?
Well, I wasn't actually working at a specific place.
Oh, I'm sorry, Peter. But in order to qualify for EI, your workplace must have paid into the plan, and I see no contributions were made on your behalf.
But that's because I was deemed. I mean, there was no real job. I mean, it wasn't a regular one.
Oh, then no worries, Peter. You can call the other emergency fund for workers in the gig economy. It's staffed by the cast of Hamilton, the musical, which sadly just had to close its doors. I'll transfer your call. Oh, bad luck. A production of Cats also just closed. Just a minute.
Hey there, dude. Welcome to Help for the Gig Economy. Economic relief for all Canadians. I'm here to assist you with the paperwork. When was your last gig?
Well, actually, it was a long time ago, you see. I'm an injured worker, deemed to be a full-time electronic assembly worker.
Full-time, dude? That's not a gig.
Yeah, but I haven't actually worked at all. I'm injured.
You're injured? On the job?
Yeah.
Man, that sucks. I got hurt in a show once. I had to sing with a broken finger.
And I'm broke.
But you're lucky, dude. You're covered. Just not by us. Here in Economic Relief for the Gig Economy, we only pay workers who actually work, even if part-time. But the good news is that you have a full-time workplace injury. So hustle on down and call the WSIB.
No! After all that phone odyssey? Right back to square one?
Hold your horses, my friend. That dude's right. You shouldn't be relying on temporary government bailouts. Compensation is a right, not an emergency measure. Peter Patter, you better become an advocate working from home. Contact Onawig via phone or email. And all you folks out there in Radioland, take action now. No more deeming. No more pretend jobs. No more half measures. Justice for injured workers.
That was Life Under the Pandemic, Episode 1, Deeming, a radio show written by Kate Lushington and Orlando Buenastella, featuring Steve Mantis as the radio host, Eugene Lafrancois as Peter Patter, Heather Sharon Von Atzigan as the WSIB Director of Policy, Janet Patterson as Jody the EI Agent, Willie Noyles as the Gig Economy Dude, and Will Greenblatt bringing us breaking news. Recorded at homes across Ontario, in Hamilton, Toronto, and Thunder Bay, and mixed in the IWC Improvised At-Home Recording Studio by David Newberry.